Streaming
I'm
now.
going
So.
for you, Joe. I'm gonna take your place.
He's gonna take your
I'm gonna
place.
stomp you.
So hello and welcome, Internet. I am Ink Knight, also known as Glader, and I'm joined here by Pirate Joe and Johnny!
How many times do I have to tell you I'm the embodiment of despair?
I mean, your Amazons weren't until the last bit of the League of second season.
You see, that is when I realized my true calling, and I embraced it.
Oh, but
And
anyways.
I set upon a holy path to let others embrace the feeling as well.
Indeed, you have definitely tried your best to do that.
I've inflicted like a kill in the past.
A lot of
and
teams
bunch
have
of
done that.
injuries. And I also I've inflicted a few kills and a bunch of injuries. Although, admittedly, only if one of those kills actually stuck because, you know, gotta use them heals.
But let's go ahead and get this started and look at the previous weeks of our season, or our week 5. And I guess we can begin from the top to bottom. Beginning with the Rehensibles versus the Reptilians of Lizardmen and Dark Elves.
Well, I think we already know how that ended, considering I took out their 2 Sauruses.
No, it wasn't very fun for him, was it?
No, he kind of got his, he didn't have the Sauruses to really do it. Although on the bright side, Russian Trump got MVP.
Russian Trump's become a really dirty skink.
Russian Trump has honestly become a meme.
Kind of, sort of, isn't it? It's like his meme character, isn't it? But man, that Dark Elf SPP.
All of his characters are kind of memey by the nature of his team.
Yeah.
At least based on name.
But dude, the freaking SPP for the Dark Elves, my goodness.
Oh shit, I see it.
Yeah, that's he's gonna need to be cut down to size.
Yeah, we need to start cutting some Dark Elves out of the picture. That and the High Elves, but we'll talk about them later.
Honestly, the High Elves aren't that much of a problem. You can still you can still punch the High Elves good. The Dark Elves are the real threat, considering they actually are.
Have a lot of SPP.
They're actually not pansy elves. They actually can take a punch and throw one out as well.
Yeah, they can throw out a punch, definitely, especially since they have some Mighty Blow block. Man, that team is looking scary. I'm not going to deny it.
I know.
And they're quick, too. Oh, man.
On the bright side, I don't have to deal with their shit. I dealt with their shit in the first match.
Exactly. Oh, man. But, yeah, that was a beating, wasn't it? Oh, man.
Thinking about it, I do wish I was able to fight him later, because then I could truly deliver despair by killing his best players.
Yeah. Yep. And he's going to have so much SPP, I'm going to probably be able to get a chainsaw against him.
To be honest, at this stage, like, anyone who doesn't have SPP 110 or whatever is going to, well, SPP, like, a full 100 points above the base value of starting Team SPP is going to probably be able to get some nice stuff.
Dude, look at this freaking Dark Elf team. 1,400? Man.
You don't need to, look, we already know they need to die.
Yes, they do!
We already know they need to die, okay? We don't need to just constantly remind ourselves of the fact of, you know, that they're like this, because let's be honest, all it is just setting him up for a big fall.
But either way,
one that will fill him full of despair and us full of joy.
Indeed, I want to see some dead elves next week. Come on, people, we can do this.
We've been asking
weeks, and
it still hasn't happened, unfortunately.
Well, there has been some dead wood elves, just not dark elves or high elves. There's been more elf death besides just the wood elves. They put their guys in. Now they got to put their turn in. You know, it just seems fair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, life isn't fair, nor is Nuffle.
I swear. Speaking of that, we might as well go ahead and start talking about some orcs versus humans.
Classic.
Ronki's got a bad time. Honestly, it wasn't fair due to the simple fact that, I mean, let's be honest, You are just evil. Okay? You are just merciless. And I was honestly wanting you to have ultimate despair, as well as by extension Black Templar, by you failing horribly and Rumkey getting, as we call it, the Vianaja levels of luck. Unfortunately, that was not what happened. In fact, Rumkey ended up suffering what could best be described as a retribution for the amount of bullshit he got in terms of good luck with that one character. On the bright side, I believe he's embraced despair now, so I'm happy.
Oh man, yeah, that was a steamroll. I'm not going to deny it.
I can just see it in the stats. Oh my god! Reminds me of my younger days.
Dude, but yeah, the
honestly, I think it's sad that it's not even the Steam train who's doing that, considering the Steam train is steamrolled. At least that's kind of the idea I got from the name of the team. But anyway,
that's no joke for
I
him.
believe the next one is a similarly scored match. If we want to continue on already.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this match, the one that I'm referring to right now, the one that I did, this match is probably one of the most amusing matches just because of that first turn.
Yeah,
My
that was a brutal
God,
first turn.
That first turn was amazing for me.
Didn't you
And
use
then
the
all of a
wizard off
sudden,
the
like,
bat?
Just, I used the wizard off the bat. I used the chainsaw off the bat, and pretty much his entire front line was KO'd, or basically took an armor break. All of his front line guys took an armor break,
And the SPP.
and he lost one of his best players to the fireball, at least for the next week. He would have lost him forever, but he's an apothecary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was a
after
death
that
of first.
turn, everything started going downhill for me.
Well, I guess good things start out great, but then snowballs into what you like to say, despair.
Indeed. But it's perfectly fine for me to feel despair. It's a wonderful feeling that I love.
Yeah, you've definitely
It's
embraced it,
really
haven't
great
you?
to be able to enjoy it.
Either way, yeah, y'all did decent for SVP too, and the dice was, you had a lot of dice rolls. The blocking was about even, for and the blocking for
I
him was
obviously
actually
had a
above
lot
average.
of rolls because of the fact that
You're ogres.
Well,
He has some decent dice though for both blocking and just rolling in general.
Yeah, I mean, I had 31s.
Yeah,
and again,
I can
rolled
see
a
it.
bunch of
Yep.
I rolled a bunch of dice, to be fair. Although I will note, Amber Knights, 14 ones, 28 sixes.
28 sixes. I only see 14. Oh, 28
The dice
sixes.
rolls for the
I was
Amber
looking at ones. Never mind. You didn't hear that?
Yeah, looking at the Knights, they have 14 ones, 26 twos, 39 threes, 31 fours, 26 fives, and 28 sixes.
Yeah.
So I think you can say that Knuckle
had-
was definitely
well,
more inclined to give him a little something after that first turn.
Yeah, he had a lot of good dice for both
Meanwhile,
blocking and...
on my end, my dice was a lot more even, except when it comes to twos.
Yeah, he had good dice overall. Except the first round, that was garbage for him.
Yeah, that was honestly that first turn. I think more than made up for. Honestly, that first turn actually I wouldn't say even made up for the amount of luck he got, considering. But still, it brought crippling fear to him, and that he said that he was going to have nightmares of that turn. So I believe that. I believe that the infectious seeds of despair have been sown, and soon enough he will join my ranks.
Eventually he
many
probably
others
will.
Soon will.
But let's continue and talk about the Chaos Dwarfs and the Undead.
Well, in a surprising turn of events, Necromantic, or well, Undead, they didn't win. That nothing more really needs to be said. The Chorfs actually did it. The Chorfs actually done diddly doo dah did it.
Yeah, and his chainsaw did some work too. He had 5 successes and 0 failures with his chainsaw.
Yep.
So, yeah, chainsaw
And
goblin
look at
did some
Clyde.
work. Yeah, and Clyde.
My chainsaw guy did one good thing and then died.
But good job, Cy, for getting the win. We all know
Yeah.
that you don't care about this game, but it's good to see you get a win every once in a while.
Okay,
Oh
then.
man. But let's move
Next,
on.
we have the match that you did not like an hour or two ago.
Yeah, like an hour or two ago. Freaking rats versus rats with goblins and a troll.
Rats.
One is bigger than 4.
Shut up!
Now,
I said 5 later.
Gonna be honest, I honestly, that could have easily been a tie.
It could have
If he
been.
had a bit more of luck,
Yeah.
that would have been a tie. If you did not get that POW, tie.
Yeah, those gutter runners, they are quick, they are fast, and they have Agi 4.
That's their entire shtick.
Exactly. But if you can get a pal and get the ball, luckily, by catching from a goblin right beside it, or picking up the ball
Like,
by going
honestly,
through the dodge.
he got
you're good.
knuffled, though. You have to admit, he
Yeah.
got thoroughly knuffled.
Yeah, he had like 3 double skulls. It was awful.
Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that he was knuffled so badly, that could have been a tie. And honestly, I think that had he actually had decent luck overall, he could have
He
won.
could
He probably
Yes.
could have won. But Nuffle was
Nuffle
trading
said no,
blows.
though.
Yes, Nuffle traded more blows against him than me, but I did have some failures, pretty big failures, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did have some failures. Not as many as his, though.
Exactly, and that's how the dice
Which
rolls.
is kind of why you won.
Yeah, and plus I was injured him pretty decently too.
Yeah, you did injure him pretty bad. But let's be honest,
Yes.
the Rats are just going to be... They're not even going to have a team at this rate.
Well, he didn't get any lingering injuries besides a miss next game, so he probably can leak it back up.
Yeah,
too
but
decent.
honestly, once you start losing players, it can end up going pretty bad, especially if the brunt of the force isn't against the loners.
Well, let's be honest though, freaking gutter runners, once they get a couple of good levels.
Oh yeah, once they get to level 2, usually then their survivability jumps massively, and if they get to level 3, you're just golden.
Exactly, and he has a 1 level 2 gutter runner, so and it's a
Yeah,
blodger.
He needs a lot. He honestly needs a lot more now, though.
Yeah, but either way, he's coming back. Hopefully, his next week will be a little bit better for him against Nuffle.
Hopefully.
I hope not.
Hopefully.
But
Hopefully. You know, I think you're using the wrong term here. Hopefully.
Hopefully. That's sarcasm, Joe. That's sarcasm.
and
I don't understand. What is this? What is this hope you speak of?
last thing I had to add
Are
to
you
that match
referring to-
though, he
It's-
had
it-
Hopefully you speak of just the simple belief of things being a-okay, when in reality, all that will happen is disappointment.
Joe, it's a flavor of an ice cream. Get over it.
But I have to add this last point before we move on. He rolled 18 skulls compared to 8 pals. I'll just leave it at that. We can move on.
And you have a dodge, so that's pretty bad.
Indeed, at least for most of my guys. Or
Yeah,
my
most of
goblins.
That's most of your players.
I mean,
You only have like what, 4 players who aren't actually goblins.
no, I have 6 Skaven
Oh.
and 1 troll. The rest are
Oh.
goblins.
I thought you had more goblins.
Well, I hired a bunch of gobos because I know they're going to get injured, which they did in that game. I have 2 missing of them.
Anyway, next match.
Indeed. Wood Elves versus Chaos. And,
I'm gonna get some teeth, although hopefully I can nip that in the bud before it ends up causing any trouble.
well,
As
you
you would
are
say.
two-sided
Let's be
pinata.
honest.
You can either do some punching and hurt a team, or you get destroyed.
I'm not gonna get destroyed.
We'll find
No,
out.
I don't know this. You wanna know why I know this? It's quite simple why I know this.
How about we
Because
leave that to the
He
prediction?
only has 3 block. But that's obviously a thing for the future.
Yeah, let's
But
leave
yes, I'm
that
going
for
to
the
crush
prediction.
him and bring him despair.
But yeah, good job.
Because there's too many hopefullys that I've been hearing.
Good job, Ben. Surviving without any war dances in that. And
honestly, that was actually kind of impressive.
yeah. So for how many games you've been getting messed up in, good job on the win for that. I gotta give it to you, Ben.
He's quite good at going against all the odds.
Oh, but let's.
Seen how well he did with halflings.
Yeah, let's continue on to some more elf shenanigans and some Sterling Stitches.
I'm sad because I wanted the necromantic team to do well, but hey, it's only just going to cause the despair when the entire thing falls apart for the elf team to be even greater.
The man lost a wolf. You're not going to talk about the doggo that he lost here?
Honestly, I honestly am a bit sad about the doggo.
Because he lost his strength down. You got to fire him.
Let's be honest. He got pretty unlucky with the regen rolls.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing about undead teams. Since you don't have no apothecary or you don't have an Igor to reroll the injury, it's going to be horrible if you get a bad injury.
I mean, honestly, I've had plenty of moments where I've had a werewolf just die, and then it's just like, nope, he got better.
But then you also have the dogs, like in this game, where you get a bad injury and he doesn't regenerate.
Of course, yeah, that's obviously when everything goes wrong and you start crying.
But it's okay, he has a bunch of zombies to go stomp on more people's faces.
Well, of course. He's kind of gathering a collection at this point.
Yeah, he has a fouling army. If you think I'll foul, I think he's like one peg under me for fouling.
And I believe this is the next match where we end up saying that truly, Zons are the better of the two northern folk. Although, let's be honest, technically speaking, Amazons are Norse, just a very special kind of Norse that went a bit far to the west.
So Johnny, what happened in your game, buddy?
What happened to my game?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I can't remember. I know it went a lot better than I expected. I was really afraid of Gojira. Trust me. And I'm happy nobody died, nobody got injured, everything's okay.
You are missing an old premiere.
I am?
Yeah.
Am I?
For this upcoming week.
I?
Come on, buddy.
I forgot.
What do you mean he's next for this coming week?
This upcoming week. He's missing Ulfwinir.
Oh.
Yeah, Doug.
Oh.
But yeah, hello, Eternal. I just now saw your comment.
What is the comment?
Just tuned in. You done my bit yet?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think
potentially.
Maybe not prediction yet.
Not the prediction yet.
Heck.
Or did we?
Before we move on to the predictions,
Next time in Time Travelers. Or rather, last time in Time Travelers.
Shut up, Johnny! But before we go on to the predictions, let's look at the leaderboards right quick for everyone. Start at last place.
I'm not last!
You are not last. Someone else is.
Yes.
And it's Romkey. Y'all are technically tied, to be honest. But, y'all two suck. Get better. Get at least one win. At least be as, despairful as, Pirate Joe over here.
Did someone say despair?
Yeah, you got one victory before losses. I mean, at least it's not the undead either, which has zero wins.
It's not about winning. It's about making sure other people can't win either. If I wanted to win, I would have picked a team that wouldn't cause me to feel such despair.
Let's get off that stick.
Ways.
No.
If I just wanted other people to have despair, I'd have picked something like, say, orcs.
Well, there's another.
Or really any other bashy team.
That's the number one guy
on the table.
Well, yeah, you could pick.
Heck,
dwarves.
I probably picked vampires.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Oh, I honestly, I would have, but then despair consumed me, and in a unholy sacrament, I created this team that I am currently playing.
Fair enough. But got Undead right there at 13 with 0 wins and 3 ties. Skaven is in 12th, 1-1-3. Lisbon, 11. Same skill, obviously. You can see it. Chaos, Necromantic, Chaos Dwarfs. Actually, surprisingly, in...
The Chaos Dwarves are surprisingly not falling apart.
No, they're not. They're doing pretty decent. And
The
then
Orcs are still the undefeated champions.
Yeah, Orcs is up there. There is some elves, some Amazons, then some more elves, and some more elves, and then finally me. Oh
There's
man.
one thing I should mention about the Dark Elves. With that team value getting so damn high, so many inducements.
So
many
distance. So little time. Oh man.
You hear that? That's the sound of a wizard's crackle and lightning or sizzle and fireball.
Oh, wizard!
Oh man. Speaking of elves, let's start talking about this first match of the week. High elves versus dark elves.
Reprehensibles versus. I'm gonna be honest. I think the dark elves are gonna win. I think it's kind of obvious if you look at the leaderboard, considering the position. It's a bit higher, and also the fact that they have more team value, and also if you look at their abilities, geez, that is a lot, and I mean a lot of block.
Yeah, there is.
Because you see, the whole thing is passing is good and all, but agility 4 makes that much more risky if someone's trying to intercept that ball. And trust me, with all of those players actually having block, oh boy, they can do a lot.
You know something I just now realized though? Yes, one team has a lot of block, but the other team has a lot of dodge, and there's only one tackle piece on the field.
Oh yes, but still, that one tackle guy can do work.
Oh, I
And
know. I
even
promise you, I
with
know. I fought you in season 2 with one tackle guy. I was able to get the victory.
Yeah, though admittedly Nuffle helps you with that.
I mean, doesn't Noble help out everyone in that situation? I'm just messing with you. But there is some blodges though that is scary. There's a mighty blow piece in here, and there's a witch elf, which has wrestle.
Honestly, I think that the high elves are going to have a hard time because they're not really going to be able to do their whole little pass shtick as easily. Because honestly, if they end up failing their safe throw roll, oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not even the safe throw. It's actually safe. Is it safe throw or safe pass?
Captain America has safe throw, pass, and accurate.
Yeah, either way, if basically they screw that up, then ball caught, and it's much more likely for the ball to be caught by agility 4 than normal.
Well, they both have agility 4. They're all elves, but there's a little bit of a side that something that we do not ever know or ever really say in these predictions, but Eternal has been getting fairly lucky with his high elves, and he doesn't really have any experience with the high elves compared to the dark elf player.
That's kind of going to screw him when you go up against Malt, who I think has quite clearly mastered the art of semi-bashy elves.
Granted, his high elves is 302, which is not a bad one, but it doesn't beat 1 or 410.
Yeah. Although, let's be honest, neither of that beats 104. Clearly, 104 is much better.
Oh, man. But,
it's not about the victories, it's about the despair we inflict along the way.
So, what do y'all think the score is going to be for this?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be it's either gonna be a 2-3 or a 1-2 in favor of the Dark Elves, the Reprehensibles.
Okay. And what do you think, Johnny?
What do I think? I do believe in Eternal on winning this match, but on the other hand, I think it's gonna be 2-1 for the Dark Elves. But I trust you, Eternal. I trust you.
Yeah, let's be
Yeah,
honest
I
here. The
honestly think,
only thing that can really go Eternal's way is if Nuffle is in his favor. And he probably won't be. It'll probably just be a bunch of nonsense here and there, and someone gets lucky, and probably the Dark Elves going to win probably 2-1, probably because of all the block that they got.
Next match, we have the Steam Train versus the BMS Cheer Squad.
Oh crap! Some more elves.
Gonna be honest, Ben.
Yep.
Ben, look, if you're listening here, you've had a good run. This is where it all falls apart.
Dang! Wow.
Look, you're going up against a team that, while not as agile as you, is still a pain in the ass to deal with. All of their guys have Blodge. Well, not Blodge, but Dodge. A few of them have Blodge. You, on the other hand, have a significant lack, and I mean that, a significant lack of Dodge in comparison. And
people
you
do.
only have 2 guys who actually have block. Admittedly, you do have a strength up on one of them, and you do have a wrestle, but it's just not enough, especially compared to the rest of your team. And we already know how good of a player the current Amazon team captain is, and yeah, this is gonna be. If you can pull it off, good for you, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Some bold statements.
The semi-bashy teams are amazing at dealing with actual dodgy, passy, runny teams, and if they play their cards right.
Well, I can agree with you that the Amazons are more bashy than the Wood Elves. They will outnumber the Wood Elves because not only do they not have any loners or any real injuries,
they also have a bench.
They have all dodge. Yeah, they have a bench. That's what I mean. They outnumber them literally. They have a bench. They have 5 blodgers. 3 of the blodgers have guard. One of the blodgers have.
They also won't have any issue in doing a little fancy schmancy thing known as not having loners.
Indeed, but at the same time,
that can really screw Stream Train.
Yeah, the loners can mess some things up, but the loners can also be on the line, which is not real people that he cares about, and he's gonna have.
He only gets 2 of them, so he does have one person he's going to actually care about on the line, no matter what he wants.
No, he's gonna have 3 because he has 1 guy missing.
Oh right, sorry.
Now I will agree with you. This is going to be very tough for him to win. If I think Ben might be able to win because he has leap and he has blodge, obviously, and he has a strength up war dancer. Do I think it's going to beat the? Hold up, let me finish.
He does have a chance, especially if the war dancers, because that's very important. But
let me finish. Let me finish what I was saying though. There's 2 blodgers versus 5 blodgers, I think, or is it 4 blodgers? I think it's 5. And most of those, yeah, it's 5, and 3 of those blodgers have guard. Do I think the Widows are gonna win? No, I don't think they're gonna win.
No.
Do I want the Widows to win?
It's gonna be hard for them to win.
I do actually.
Wait, you actually want them to win?
Yes.
Yes.
You actually are supporting the elves. Who are
I
you?
am
What
supporting
have you done with the real
these
gladiator?
elves. The reason why is because the Amazon team is getting scary.
Who cares? They're not elves.
They all have dodge. They need to die
I
too.
will have to... Look, I'll face them eventually. I can kill them then.
If you can catch them.
You think.
I at least
Oh,
want to see
look
one
at this
Amazon dead.
confidence of this boy. Look at it. Yeah.
I know I'm gonna see some elves
punched them,
dead.
it's good.
But I want to see at least one Amazon dead. At least one of the better ones, to be honest. I want to see that.
I want to see more elf deaths. I want to see both of his war dancers die horribly.
I don't want to see the
including
war
one
dancers
to a
die.
foul.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, I want to see death on both sides, to be honest.
I don't really care about what happens to the Amazons. I just want the war dancers to die because of the despair it would create. That, and I don't like elves. Then again, who likes elves?
Like I said, I don't
Only
expect
elves
Ben to
like
win,
elves.
but I want him to win. But let's go on to the score. What y'all think is going to happen?
It's gonna be a 3-1.
A 3-1.
Bold
Wow.
statement. I know. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-1.
Ben, Gojira is a nice guy. It's gonna be 2-1 for him. He's not gonna be brutal. He's gonna be nice. Yeah, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna let you
It's
live.
going to be okay. It's going to be fine, Ben. Ben, I'm going to cheer for you, man. I think you're going to probably be able to beat him. I think you're going to probably be able to beat him 2-1. I am being biased.
You
I think
actually
Gojira's
are
probably
so-
going to.
you-
I think Gojira's going to win, but I'm going to say 2-1 in Ben's favor, so they can have a little bit of confidence.
You-
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Listen, Gladiator, you're doing more harm by saying he has a chance of winning. You are
Sir,
a
I
jinx.
am not a
You are the
jinx.
ultimate
I am
jinx.
not a jinx.
When he loses 4-0, I'm blaming you.
Whatever. Everyone already blames me anyways. I don't care.
Look, we don't always blame you. We just blame you when it's obviously your fault.
You're
Which is
stupid.
often.
You're
It's far
stupid.
too often.
Either way,
You,
that's the score.
honestly,
Let's
honestly,
move
if
on.
we're going by the traditional jinx rules, you owe a lot of people a lot of soda.
I don't jinx, and I don't ask for sodas. No one asks for sodas here.
I asked for soda. I demand a soda from you now.
No.
You know
I
what?
refuse.
You know what? If he loses this, all right, and he loses worse than my prediction, and he loses 4-0, you owe me a soda.
I am not giving you no soda.
Well, I'm sorry, but you said it right here. Could you please sign this dotted line?
No.
Oh, look at this. Your name has been magically written on the paper.
That's-
Don't mind that it's chicken scratch and
Hey,
barely
that is
legible, but
not
this is
mine.
definitely your handwriting, and this contract is binding.
Bullcrap. Let's talk about some freaking rats versus some Norse, though.
Rats. I will always use the Skaven voice when we talk about rats. At least for a few seconds.
They're going to die.
Yes, the rats are going to die to the man things.
Oh man.
But yes,
I
the
want.
Skavens aren't going to have a good time.
Oh. Either
I'm
way.
upset about this because I'm a rat.
What have you done
Rat.
today?
I really want to see the
What am I
Skaven
doing
win.
with my life?
I do want to see the Skaven win, though. I'm not going to deny it.
No, I don't want him to win. I
I'm
don't
pretty
want
sure
him.
everyone hates the fact that I was using that fucking voice.
But let's talk about the stats that we got, though. There's 2 Stormvermin, and there's 1 Gutter Runner with Block, and of course the Gutter Runner has Blodge.
I'm
And
gonna say this: the rats actually have a decent chance if they can actually, be lucky. But that's a bit of an ask.
and not get destroyed by punching.
Honestly though, considering it's Johnny, I think they have a fair chance.
Yes,
No offense.
let's agree on that.
But Johnny, you have a
Listen,
bench.
listen,
You have
Johnny.
a deep bench.
Listen, Johnny. This isn't anything against you. This isn't anything against how you play. It's just because you're the local punching bag, and
Yeah, I
we
know.
expect that- we expect that you'll continue to be the local punching bag, and you will never be replaced as the local punching bag.
But, Johnny, I'm
I
looking
know,
at the team
thank
compared.
you.
I'm looking at the teams being compared.
Yes.
You have a Yeti.
Honestly,
You have an
honestly, I
Ulford.
wouldn't be surprised if, like, in the past, like in your first season stuff, you just get like lucky, and that's why you don't lose that bad. But then in your later seasons, when you're actually good at the game, nope, you just roll ones. You roll nothing but ones.
Oh, I wish it was like that.
Except when you're
wish.
rolling injuries, then you just roll sixes.
But let me speak about this though. Johnny, you have the strength advantage versus him. You have the block advantage versus him. You can actually
Yes.
throw the ball. You can get the ball from a kick return. You have a
Yes.
tackle piece or 2 tackle pieces at this point. So your chances
Yes.
is not bad against the Skaven. To be fair, you're probably
Yeah.
going to beat
Yeah,
him.
but there's
To be honest, he needs to position his players correctly though
Yep.
to deal with the gutter runners.
It's going
and
to
don't
involve
leave my tackle guys on the bench.
Yeah, don't leave your tackle guys on the bench.
Yeah,
Idiot.
that's what I'm saying. Don't leave Don't leave the guys on the bench. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, if all goes well for the rats, you will not have a choice in that matter.
Hopefully he gets some
And in
injuries
fact,
on
they
him.
might not be even on the bench at that point. They might be in a coffin.
Oh, those rats probably will be in a coffin, at least the loners.
Oh, the rats will definitely be also going off in coffins. Much to the
Rat's displeasure.
But let's go to the score. What do y'all think's going? Johnny, you can't say anything.
I think this is going to be a 2-1. I
Rats,
think that the rats are going to at least get a 1 touchdown down.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think the rats probably gonna get stomped on.
I'm not happy
Now-
about this because I'm a Skaven.
And
Why
Give
am I
me a
even
few
doing
days
this
to
voice?
decide
Why am I
how-
still doing this voice? What is my life?
I don't know. You're probably
What
gonna
is
do it
my
again for
life?
this prediction week is over with because there's still more rats to worry about.
I'm actually going up against the rats next week, I think. Like, next week. Like, the week after the one that we're currently talking about.
You do.
in Fortnite.
Why did you mention that abominable game?
It isn't a game, Fortnite. It's 14 days.
He's not wrong.
Googled it.
Oh, I
What?
thought you were talking about the game. I misheard you, and I hate that game, by the way.
Well,
It's shit.
let's continue.
It deserves to burn in the fires of an unimaginable hell.
You're not wrong. It's pretty bad. But let's start talking about some Chaos Dwarfs versus some Necromantics.
Honestly, gonna be honest, gonna be real. Necromantic should win, but knowing that it's the Strackland family, I'm going to say that just by the nature of Chorf, by sheer skills that he currently has, and the fact that of what happened last week, the Sterland Stitches are not going to have a win. I actually think that the Chorfs actually will do this
Really?
by the skin of their teeth.
Really?
That or it's going to be a tie.
Okay. I can see a tie.
I know, it's shocking.
But
Yeah, it looks like a tie to me. They are pretty about the same skill level. Looking at the leaderboard. Yeah, I would say tie. 1-1, 2-2. Maybe
I think
2-1.
I honestly think it's going to be a 1-1 or a 1-0.
I can see that.
It's either going to be a 1-0 if it's either going to be a 1-0 if Strackland wins, or a 2-0 or 2-1 if the Stitches win. But I think it's going to be a 1-1. It's going to be a draw, Chief. I'm going to say it's going to be a draw.
I think it's probably gonna be a 1, probably to 2.
I
With
think it's
the-
going to be a 1. Okay,
A
then.
one.
No.
So 4.
I think
the
it's
fourth.
I think it's gonna be a 1 to 2, and I think probably that the Necromantic team's gonna win.
Well, if you said a 2 and a 1 means a 4, then clearly a 2 means either a 5, a 6, a
I'm gonna
7,
slap
or
Johnny
a
through his
9.
microphone because he is leashing onto you with his stupidity.
Clearly, the slowest team in the game can manage to get a grand total of 9 touchdowns.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think their Necromantic team's gonna win. He has way better agility. Now, yes, the ghouls can be negated by the Chaos Dwarf blockers if they can get to them. And the Flesh Golems can be negated by the Centaurs, obviously, or the freaking Strength 4 Hobgoblin. But if the fouls come in fairly decently, and if that werewolf does some decent work with his claws, then he'll have a good fighting chance. And there's Mighty Blow White right there. So yeah, that's what
You want
I
to know
think.
something
the
that's
gonna beat him.
absolutely disgusting, actually, I feel like mentioning?
Mhm.
Imagine if the Stitches manages to get Mighty Blow on one of their wolves.
I've seen it. I had one, and
Imagine it gets even worse. Piling on as well.
piling on a werewolf, maybe. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
honestly, werewolves could be made into excellent killers if you manage to get them both Mighty Blow and Piling On, because they have Claw. And, well, I think you already know what the Claw, Mighty Blow, Piling On setup is known for being.
I suppose it's meant for killing. I know. I assure you, I know.
And with Frenzy, that means that whatever they attack, chances are, so long as you play your cards right, they're going down.
Usually. But that's that score. Let's move on to the next one. And it involves, oh hey, some ogres versus some chaos.
Hi. Well, I think we already know what's gonna happen.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a shit ton of inducements.
yes,
Well,
you will.
Well, actually, how much team value does the chaos have again? Oh, right.
1,390.
That's actually a decent amount.
Yeah, you're gonna get a good chunk of inducements. I wish you the best luck with the chainsaw, cause I love chainsaws. I'm not gonna deny it.
And I only have 60 above normal team value, so
Yeah, chainsaw.
yeah.
Chainsaw.
I have over 300. Looking at this, I have a bit over 3. I think I have like 200 or 300 inducements.
Maybe a chainsaw and a bombardier.
No, not a bombardier. No. Wizard. Fireball.
He's a wizard, Harry.
Bird.
A hairy wizard.
I'm going to be frank. If he sets up if there's any time I can hit, if there's any time I can actually hit more than 5 players with a fireball, I'm going to try it. Honestly, if he actually goes around and surrounds one of my ogres, to try and stomp on them, and has 8 of his players there, it's just gonna be sacrificial lamb, go fireball.
Fair enough.
Bonus points if they KO the ogre beforehand, so that way I don't even cause any friendly fire and just obliterate him.
Now,
Look,
Joe,
you might listen to this.
as
but
much
still.
as I love to see a goblin with a chainsaw on the field, chaos is not gonna be an easy match for you.
Do you know it would be the Blodge chainsaw?
Yeah, I know it's gonna be the Blodge chainsaw, but still, most times the chainsaw will kill themselves, especially against
I learned
armor
that
value
last
9.
match. I've done that last match, literally second turn. Whoopsie.
Yeah,
Ah!
pretty much. I know how chainsaws work, very much so. If you can get some decent rolls with them, you can mess up chaos. If you cannot,
Honestly, honestly, here's the plan. Kill the knights with the chainsaw. Use the ogre to deal with the minotaur. If the chaos knights are gone and the minotaur is still there, chainsaw the minotaur.
I hope your chainsaw has that good of luck, because that minotaur's probably going after you too, because he has horns.
Oh, I know. On the bright side, my important players are the same strength as said minotaur.
Unless he's blitzing.
Well, yeah. Admittedly, if he
But you have
does,
guard. Hopefully, another ogre is
yeah.
facing him while he uses frenzy.
Yep. Which can be quite bad for him.
Yeah, it'll make it a 1-die.
Especially if he doesn't use the blitz, because that could make it a 2-die for me.
Yeah, if he doesn't use a blitz, it could possibly make it a 2 red die. But Johnny, what do you think this score is going to be, buddy?
Well, I can't really say.
I said Johnny. I didn't say Pirate Joe. It's your
Well, to
match.
be honest, I'm gonna say this right here. I fully expect to lose.
Okay, fair enough.
I would say it's gonna be a disaster. Yeah, I'll say disaster because I like it. I like despair. I like despair. Yeah. Let's say 3-0, 2-0.
Well,
Who-
someone has a lot of confidence.
Who's winning?
He said he despaired, so I'm presuming he
Try to
vote
guess.
for me.
Come on, try.
Are you saying
Try to pick one.
2-0 with Pirate Joe winning? Because I would disagree with that. Highly disagree with that. And I will call you completely stupid.
Nah, Joe might give him 1 touchdown, but that's about it.
I think he's expecting the same kind of first turn shenanigans as what happened in Knights. And don't get really lucky after.
No, I can see this though. I'm going to be completely honest. Joe, you do have a fighting chance. Because you have the inducements, you're going to have a chainsaw, and you're most likely going to have a wizard. I love seeing chainsaws massacre anything. That's the goblin part of me. And I think it's probably going to snowball. I think it's probably be a tie though. I think
So
it's
long
gonna be a
as
tie.
I can kill his knights and so long as I can kill 2 of his knights, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, you gotta kill, well not really kill, but you gotta get them off the field.
You get what I mean. So long as I can kill them, I hope not hope, but
Here is-
I plan to kill 2 of them.
Here's one tip for you, Joe.
Why do I keep saying hope? You're infecting me.
Here's one tip for you with your chainsaw. Try to chainsaw the Minotaur because he has armor value 8 versus 9.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's actually not a bad idea. Actually,
That's a tip. That's a legitimate chip. I mean, I want the Chaos to win, obviously, because I'm biased. But that is a tip for you,
Yeah.
Joe. And like I said, I think it's gonna be a 1-1 tie. But either way, let's move on to
and now we go to the Romkeys versus you.
yeah. With
You're
some-
gonna get your ass kicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, glad.
After last week and what happened last week, I fully expect, like, both in your match against the Rats and you playing as the ogres, well, not ogres, the orcs, and fighting Romkey. I think Romkey's gonna get a bit of revenge here. A bit of revenge.
Well, it is very
I
possible.
expect at least 3 injuries on your side.
I expect at least 3 injuries on my side, and it's not gonna be from Romkey. It's gonna be by myself.
Oops, that's an accidental eaten. Oops, he's just tripped and broke his neck. And,
Pretty much.
Oh hey, he just rolled double skulls, got punched in the face, and died.
I mean, I
okay,
expect that.
bitch.
I have been playing fairly extreme with my gobos. I have not cared about their lives whatsoever, and have been trying to do as many shenanigans as possible.
Honestly, that's basically what I'm doing with my snotlings, except I actually care about one of them because they managed to get a strength up.
Well, I mean, I
And
did get
I
a doubles
honestly-
for one of my
Honestly,
gobos.
with him, if I managed to get him to like strength 3 and then like get armor value, I would laugh. If I can actually make him if I can give him as much armor value as a halfling, oh boy, that by itself would be amazing, especially with the strength 3.
But let's be fair here. Let's look at both teams if you don't mind.
Oh, sorry.
I understand that's your friend, and you're gonna be biased here. That's completely understandable.
Look! It's not even me being biased necessarily, because let's be honest, he has not 1, not 2, but 3 Mighty Blow characters, a bench, and on top of that, he has a decent amount of players who have block. You do have claw. You do have claw, and that can definitely help you. And your troll also has claw. But honestly, so long as he deals with your troll and your 1 blitzer, he should be fine.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, and I don't have a bench as much as I would like one, but I'll still get inducements.
Mm-hmm. You only have 2 block also, considering you're missing
Yeah,
one.
I'm missing my gobbo because I threw him. No.
So yeah, he actually can easily outdash you.
Yeah, it's very
Fairly.
possible he can outbash me. It depends if I can get the
Yeah.
first round or not, to be honest.
Yeah, even if you get the first round though, he does have a guard guy, I believe.
Yeah, this is ogre.
Still.
But I see what you mean. Freaking.
I fully expect your team to crumple though.
You think my team's gonna crumble? Fair enough. It is half goblins and rats.
Yep, and I expect that half of those goblins, to just fold over like a wet towel.
Yeah, we all hope that. Will it happen? We'll find out. Johnny,
Yep.
what is your opinion in this match? You've been
This
quiet.
match, I'm biased here towards Romkey because he's a rookie, just like me. And
Oh, man.
he
Honestly,
has-
you can't comment on this, so we're going to say this right here.
I'm not
Knuckles
saying
going
any
to
score.
knuckle the shit out of you.
I mean, I know you're gonna say
You're
whatever
going
you
get
want to
knuckled.
say.
At best, you're getting a single touchdown, but you're going to lose. Actually, no. What's going to happen is Knuckles going to be a little shit, okay, and you're going to lose all of your Skaven players, while your goblins, every time they take a punch, they take like a champ. And
I've
your troll's
seen
gonna die too.
more ridiculousness, man.
Oh, by the way, I
can-
will say, when we do inevitably fight each other, I will throw goblins. Well, not goblins. I will throw snotlings at you.
I'll
So
throw
many
goblins
times.
at you, so Touche.
Well, I honestly am planning on killing your cannon first.
I wish you the best of luck.
You can't throw goblins if you don't have the guy who can actually pick them up. Now, can you?
If you can get
That's
to him.
my shtick, not yours.
I can throw whatever I want.
Well,
But
too bad.
What's the score, y'all? People that hates goblins and rats.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ronki has a chance, but
We're not
he's-
jinxes. We're not jinxes. And since you are, say how you're going to win.
I'm not going to
Jinx
say anything.
yourself. Do it.
Nope, not saying anything.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Never.
Say it.
No.
You will say it.
I will say that I'll win.
We will force
least I
it
tried to
out
win.
of you
I would
about
try
how
to
you will
win.
4-0.
That'd be
So that
great.
way you jinx yourself into oblivion, resulting in thousands upon thousands of birds.
I mean, to be fair, I did win 4-0 with orcs.
Die.
This guy's going
Mommy,
crazy.
come pick me up. This man is scary.
Oh, Johnny. Either way, y'all think I'm gonna lose, so let's continue on.
You're gonna die.
Let's continue on to some lizards versus some undead.
Well, he actually has his players back, so he's got a fighting chance. And by fighting chance, I mean he's gonna win. No, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. He's gonna win.
He is missing one Saurus.
He's missing one source, but he's bought an extra one like last thing. He has 5 sources. That more than makes up for the one, and he has one that has block as well.
And one with tackle.
And meanwhile, the undead have, they have the 2 mummies and all that, and they have guard with those mummies, but still, he has a lot more sources than he has mummies. He can easily get 1-die blocks, and if he arranges his skinks well enough, he can actually easily get 2-die blocks. And both of those mummies ain't got no block. So long as he can take out those mummies and take out the ghouls, he's gonna run with this and make old Maz look like a fool.
That is a lot of ifs in this matter.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of ifs, but honestly, the real issue he has is the ghouls.
Yeah,
That
that's
is honestly
that's
his real
that's ball
issue,
carriers,
because
obviously.
those are the guys who can actually catch up with his skinks decently well.
Yep. And those whites are not too shabby either, because one of them has a block tackle, and there's 4 block pieces for the undead team
Honestly,
versus
he
the
could.
one.
I honestly think, considering how his team is set up, he's going to foul a bit, which really could help him here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would like for Bright to win, but I do not think he is going to.
I think he's gonna win.
Well, what's your score for it?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-1 in favor of the Lizardmen in the conspiracy.
Wow, that
Because
is a
let's
high
be
score.
honest, they've planned this from the start. They've made the seeds of doubt so that way you'll say that they're going to lose. So that way your jinx powers will
Oh my
make
goodness,
them
this
win.
guy with his jinxing BS.
If you look at their even symbol, you'll notice there's triangles.
Oh my
He owns
gosh.
it. He wants his
If you
hold
look at even if you look at your own symbol, you'll notice there's triangles inside.
I'm going to freaking slap
You know
this
what
guy.
that means? You're a part of the conspiracy, whether you'd like it or not. You've been played already. The match was set before it was even started.
What are we freaking watching? Netflix here or something?
I'm
Johnny,
telling you, it's aliens.
what do you think, Johnny?
I want to say this. Lizardmen are a piece of crap. They cannot play with them. I tested myself.
Look, one of the best loves Lizardmen. Lizardmen are one of the best goddamn teams in the game. You just didn't know how to play them, so you're biased.
When they are the best team, why didn't I win the last season? What the fuck is playing that shit?
You had the best team once you built them up, and you lost.
Once you build them up. But did I
Yeah,
build them
guess
up?
what? You
No,
built
I
them up
didn't.
decently. You didn't build them up at all.
Well, mainly probably because some freaking werewolves took off the
Your
skin and made
team,
some
you
boots.
didn't build up your team. You just deconstructed them inadvertently, using your foes to deconstruct them for you.
Well, that's not his fault.
You just helped with your poor decision making last season.
I have no regrets in that.
And what is the score, Johnny?
I would say 2-1 for Bright Ops, even against my better judgment about Lizardmen.
I'm going to be like I said before, I like the Undead team in this matchup from the get-go. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for them.
And by that, you have secured their fate of losing.
Oh my gosh, this guy right here.
I mean, let's be honest, you are a jinx. Everyone agrees.
No, I am not!
Listen, chat. Anyone watching this right now, is he a jinx? Yes or no?
There's no comment.
Well, guess what? Just because there's no comment yet doesn't mean anything.
Shut up, Johnny. You're part of this. You can't comment.
Did Johnny say that it was a jinx? Because I think Johnny just wrote it was a jinx.
He said he jinxed me. Freaking Johnny. I can see the chat!
I know, that's what I did type down.
I'm gonna freaking slap
Well, I mean, you
you.
did jinx him.
Well, screw
Yeah, I
y'all.
had
Let's
a
start
lot
talking
of-
about some orcs and some Bretonnians.
Oh, you mean this? Honestly, we already know how this is. I'm sorry, but we already know how this is gonna end. The winner of this season, at least the beginning of this season, is going to continue winning. He's going to win so much, we're going to get sick of winning. If anything, he's the one who should have the guy named Trump because winning. Because he's gonna make us sick of him winning.
And
how
he
much
does
he's
have
gonna
4
win.
level ups that needs still to be leveled up. You're welcome. And the Bretonnians, well, the coach is, let's put the word, he's okay. He's not. He's going to get outbashed, definitely. He is going to get some inducements, though. He's going to get some inducements. Shut up! He's going to get some inducements here. I don't know what, of course, the skills.
But that ain't gonna do nothing. Actually, he's not even gonna get. Yeah, he's not gonna even get proper that much inducements.
Well, the 4 orcs that have supposed to get leveled up has not been leveled up
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, but
4
still,
level
it's not-
ups.
Yeah, even with the level ups, though, it's not gonna be that much better.
I'm
It's
going
gonna
to
be
say at
something.
least maybe 100.
He can maybe get a Bloodweiser Babe, at most, I think. Unless he spends some of his own cold, hard 20,000 of cash.
He has a chance, man, for inducements. I don't think he's going to win. I think it's going to be
He's-
a 3-1
We already know
slaughter.
the result of this. We don't even need to. We don't even need to say it. He's just going to lose. We don't even need to
I
say
got
how
to say
much
a
he's going
score.
to lose by.
I've already said my score. It's going to be 3-1.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it right here. 4-0.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, it happened last week.
It's gonna be a 4-0.
I think with 2 different games. Yeah, 2 different games.
4-0 in favor of the one guy who just can't stop winning.
One guy that can't stop winning until he gets to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, once he gets to the playoffs, that's when luck will just decide, hey, you see how good you've been doing? Well, yeah, it's time for you to fuck off back to this place. You get to be first in losing.
You get to be in first, then lose it.
You get to be the first loser.
Johnny! I have to say your name every time!
Fuck you. I want to give Oathmaster some faith and hope and some other stuff.
Why
that
are you giving him hope? Is it to give him despair? So that way you can watch as it crumbles into pieces.
Hope
Shut up!
is
The
a nice
Goblin
flavor of
crushes his
ice cream.
team further and further until there's nothing left of his players but broken bones and mangled flesh that's
Psst, Johnny.
unrecognizable.
Psst, Johnny! I
And
think
don't
he's
say you
going
don't like
mad.
it.
I've already gone mad. What are you talking about?
I think he's going more mad than what Matter what it was.
My score 3-1 for Goth Clan for Black.
That sounded like freaking he was trying to threaten you with a knife and you just compromised by saying it and not try to take the knife away. Either way, that's all these predictions. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let
Did you
please let
check
me
the
know what you
lead?
think.
Wait. Did you check the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I already did, remember? But it wasn't in video.
Well, why don't you check it in the video?
Shut up, you stupid Skaven.
I'm not even a Skaven right now.
It sounds like it.
This is my Skaven voice. There's a difference.
See, I told you it's gonna be back at the video. Ha! Either way, I'll go through it real quick. Like, there's mainly gonna be elves and Amazons up here.
I will say, this is a bit of a heads up for everyone. Next season, I don't care. I'm getting vampires. And you're going to hate me for it.
Oh man. But either way, let me
Look at
continue
the best
this.
punching bag.
Oh yeah, the best punching bag.
Who's
know,
there? It's
you are the-
me.
You are the best punching bag, and you will never be replaced.
There you are.
Yeah, I know.
You're not the best punching bag. Cookie Monster is.
Cookie Monster is the best punching bag, but you know, wait. Let me open top 20. Just 1, 2.
He's got to count it.
Three.
He's taking so slow.
Anyway,
There are 2 pages of names. What the fuck?
Either way,
yes,
that's
as
in
it
this
turns
video.
out, as it turns out, the top 20 does not in fact mean the top 10.
I gotta end
Sounds like
it.
a dick.
So thank you all for watching. Take it easy, and we shall see all of you in the next live stream of the analysis videos.
Well, I might not be here next week.
I
I mean, you
mean,
will. You
I
definitely will.
I will. So.